Hello and welcome to Durant's House of Music with no horrible lighting. Let me turn my light on real quick. Is that any better? Hello and welcome. Is that better? A little bit better. Welcome to Durant's House of Music, where I, Tom Durante the Maestro, am your guide to all things musical. From music, keyboard, instrument repair, to music theory, music history, music production, AI music, and all things in between. We are back. We are here in the workshop, at the workbench anyway, regardless of where actually we are. Let's see. Oh, my chat's not even up on the screen. Let's see. Stats. Doing this from my laptop, so we're trying something new here. Let's see. Trying to get my. Let's see. I can't see how many people are in here or anything. See, I guess I could do it on my phone here. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Anybody in the chat? Hello, chat. I guess I'll just do it from my phone here, because I can't see what's going on my computer. But anyway, I hope the audio sounds alright. Let's see. Can't see what's going on my computer. It's alright. It's not bad. So, we're here in the workshop. I'm not going to go on too long. I've got some background music going on. I'm going to read my music history, and then I'm going to continue going through some of these. Pneumatics. I've got a whole pile of them I still need to get through, and I've got a lot of work ahead of me. I've been working a lot, but as you can see, there's always more to do. So let me read through my history. I got a new tool I want to try out, and we shall get working. What do you say to that? Hello, Tom D. Let's see. Since today is Saturday, June 21st, 2025, in Eastern Time, and the day is ongoing with no major musical events have been widely reported yet, below are 6 family-friendly, widely varied historical musical events that occurred on June 21st across various years, including 3 from before 1900 to align with my preference for the classics, arranged in chronological order, spanning classical to modern genres and avoiding morbid topics. I've included a basic music history trivia question for your music stream, keeping it accessible for your audience. As you typically don't include the key of the day on the Saturdays, but I haven't streamed this week, I'll omit it unless you explicitly request it. I have not requested it. Maybe you can hear the thunder going on in the background here. It's getting ready to rain, so who knows? Maybe, maybe nature will cut this stream a little short. So, our first musical history event for today, 1768, classical. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's opera La Finta Semplice was in rehearsals around June 21st, tied to spring 1768, in Salzburg for its 1769 performance. This youthful work, with its charming arias and playful orchestration, delighted early audiences, showcasing Mozart's prodigious talent at an age of 12. As we know, he was quite the composer early on. 1839, this would be early Romantic period, Robert Schumann's Humoresque Opus 20, a piano suite of contrasting moods, was completed around June 21st. Its whimsical and lyrical sections enchanted performers, reflecting Schumann's romantic creativity and emotional depth, a favorite in solo piano recitals. 1879, late Romantic. Richard Wagner's opera Parsifal was in early sketches around June 21st. For its 1882 premiere in Bayreuth. Its mystical themes and lush orchestration included the Grail theme, thrilled audiences, marking Wagner's final masterpiece of the Romantic era. 1969, the first Glastonbury Festival, then called the Pilton Pop Folk and Blues Festival began on June 21st in Somerset, England, headed by T-Rex, and featuring acts like Family. This inaugural event drew 1,500 fans, enchanting them with its eclectic lineup and laid-back vibe, launching a legendary festival tradition. 1980, Olivia Newton-John's Magic hit #1 on the Billboard Top 100 on June 21st from the Xanadu soundtrack. Its dreamy melody and shimmering production captivated listeners, showcasing her pop versatility and cementing her status as a chart-topping star. 1997, Hanson's Bop, that was a popular one back in my childhood, peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on June 21st from their debut album Middle of Nowhere. This infectious bubblegum pop hit, performed by the Teenage Brothers, thrilled fans with its catchy hooks, youthful energy, becoming a 1990s album, becoming a 1990s anthem, and that it certainly did. These events, in chronological order, 1768, 1839, 1879, 1969, 1980, and 1997, cover classical opera, piano suites, and orchestral works, 60s festival culture, 80s pop, and 90s pop, diverse, upbeat, and with 3 pre-1900 classical events for your stream's history segment. If a big event emerges later today, I can update you. No thanks, Brock. That'll be it. Alright. Ooh, okay, let's see here. Let me hop into the chat, see if we got anybody talking and whatnot. Why, hello there. Yo, it's Kenley. What's going on? Alright, so we've got a little trivia for you here. You ready? So, which 1970s rock band, known for hits like Dream On and Sweet Emotion, had their drummer, Joey Kramer, born on June 21st, 1950? Alright, you can think about that. Hopefully you can hear me over the music. I have no concept of what it sounds like right now. I'm going to play around here for a minute, see if I can get my chat up on the screen. Not just going to have to keep my view going on this. Not good at trivia. Google is, though. Don't cheat. No cheating. What's your answer, Tom Durante? I really don't know why my stuff is not popping up. I guess I'm just lucky that this is working over Wi-Fi. I'm just happy for that. I don't know where. And it is Aerosmith. You get a point in this imaginary game that we're playing. Alright, so I guess I'm just going to keep that up because I cannot see my live chat over here. So, let me bring you in on the action. We're going to get ready to do some scraping. Got to put my apron on so I don't get my clothes all dirty. I gotta get my dustbin ready to collect some dust. We're gonna get to work here. Put my gloves on, keep my hands clean. Look at my nice sunburned hands. Alright, so in this I have my scraper that I've been using. This side is starting to get a little bit dull, so I think after today I need to go sharpen that. But this side is still pretty sharp. I'm going to be using that. But I'm also, one of my favorite things to do while I'm on a trip. Oops. I'm out driving around, I like to go to Ross because they have all kinds of fun stuff. And you know, this is like a scraper for all kinds of stuff, but it's got a removable blade. So I'm gonna see if this is a little bit better. I was using this, and it's got a removable blade on it too, but I only have a little bit of area to work with. This, I have a lot more area to work with. So we're gonna try that out. Let's see, what else do I have? I think that's about it. This is traditionally what I use. This is a handmade scraper. This is from like an old saw blade, I'm pretty sure. And so I just take my stuff. So what I found out, it's been a while since we've seen each other. And in that time, I found out a very efficient way of doing this. Whenever you're doing things, you want to try and do like one step at a time. Someone wise once told me to remember aloe. Yes, I do. I remember telling you that. Somebody wise, it's such a kind compliment. And yeah, I've been putting aloe, so it's much better than it would have been. Alright, so I'm not going to stay on too long. We got about maybe 15-20 minutes here. And these take about 15 minutes per just one. So I'm going to try and see if I'm a little bit more efficient. What I was doing is actually, instead of doing one in its entirety, I would take off this material, because this is the dirtiest, the biggest, messiest part, is getting this material off right here. So if I go through each of these and take off this material, and then I'll have a big mess. I can get rid of that mess, and then I'll scrape them and have a smaller mess. So we'll see how that works out. And sometimes I was able to get them to come off without having to scrape very much. So we'll see what happens here. I'm just glad I'm getting moving on this, because I really need to finish this project up. Get this back to the customer. How does the audio sound with the music and all that? I'm not using my regular mic. I'm just using the microphone built into my camera. So let me know, does everything sound okay? Looks like we got 5 people watching. Okay. Go, that's what we want to see. And as I start to scrape, some more of this will come off. A-okay, Commander. Well, that's good. Alright, so that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to come back and scrape this later. We're going to see if I can be a little bit more efficient and do some of the heavy lifting first, all at once with all of them. See, I can get under there, get that to peel up, and then finish peeling it. It just comes all right off. Right around the corner. Oh, and this, I find that this is glued on really well, so it doesn't always come off, so I don't really stress about that. Just keep going to the end, and I get up over the end, and I have this nice tab. I can pull here, that comes right off. And again, on the sides, they're glued on pretty well. So that's not coming off as easily, but that's okay. See, if I pull it and go a little bit towards the middle, it'll come right off, which is nice. Saves me a little bit of work. This is very tedious. There we go, I got a nice one there. All right, the rest of that will come off pretty well if I scrape it. Not too worried about it. Okay, I'm able to peel that off. Get right up underneath there. And didn't quite make it across the corner there. If I pull and bring it down towards that other side, I can get it to come pretty much right off, which saves me a lot of time. Alright, if I come around here, get that tab pulled up, because that section right here was only glued down to the other material. You can see it's not attached to the wood, so it's not glued down as well. That'll come right off. Get some more to come right off. Oh, there we go. All the way around. There it is. That's good. There we go. All right. So that's the biggest mess that we're gonna have right here. So take that. Look at all that. This is like think, dried rubber from the rubberized cloth. I'm gonna take that and dump it. All right, now I can come through with my scraper. I'm just gonna scrape off all the material here. So this is pretty much what I'm doing. So this is a cotton cloth that has had rubber applied to it. So it's just a cotton cloth, but it's been rubberized. And before it was put on here, it's a big sheet of rubberized cloth. And that's what they use traditionally, because it's all got to be airtight when it's in the piano, because it's all working under vacuum pressure. All right, so now I'm just going to start with one side and start scraping. Yeah, this one is real sharp, obviously. It's a razor blade. So that came off nice and clean. I'm going to try and get this side here. And it's not, because it's such a thin blade, it's not very strong. So I think if I use this one, I can get up underneath and really pick, yeah. Really get the rest of that off of it. I got me the rest of that there. And then sometimes if I go over the edge, it actually lets me peel off that stuff there and save me some time. Alright, so now I'm going to go on the edge here. Since there's not a whole lot, I'll try this razor blade. Because this flimsy razor blade is not going to last as long as my metal scraper. But it's not gonna, it won't cut into the wood because I'm using it flat on and just scraping along the side here. If I was trying to use it like a chisel, then yeah, it's definitely more likely to cut into the wood, but I'm going perpendicular and just kind of scraping along. Not like a traditional shaving razor, but it's just too flimsy, I think. This is much better because it's so much thicker. Let's see, it's a lot thicker. So it's a lot more rigid. And this I can actually use like a chisel. Towards the ends, you want to be real careful. Okay. So I started on this side, so I'll finish this one up. And it's still got a little bit left right here and right here. So once I get that started, I might be able to peel that off. Alright. Yep. See, so I picked up this edge. If I grab onto that and pull it, there comes the rest. And up over the corner, there's a little bit more. But I want to be real careful because I have a hinge right here. And that's just a piece of cotton cloth or something like denim is what I use to replace them. I use like old jeans. I cut a little strip and I glue it down to make a hinge. So I gotta be real careful. This is already pretty loose, but I don't want to break that. I can, if it's loose, I can glue it back, but if it's broken, then I have to just make a new one. Alright, there's one side. Oh, got that peeled up. Got some of it off. Go. There you go. Oh, all the way around. Look at that. Okay, so that side's done. That side's done. Halfway done. And it's a lot more efficient like this because I did the heavy lifting. And now I'm just scraping away. It's just so tedious and monotonous. That's why I hadn't really done a Saturday live stream in a while. I'm like, you know what? I don't know how many people really want to watch this. But I appreciate you if you're sticking around. This is really what I need to be doing. I need to sit all day and just get the rest of these done. We're getting, you know, probably about halfway through this that I have to do right here. This is way more efficient. I would say maybe more delicate than putting this on a belt sander or something. Because if I do that and I mess up, you know, just a half of a second of too much belt sanding, and I've screwed up this whole piece. So if I'm just scraping the end of it, it's a lot more efficient. Although it's a lot more work, you know, a belt sander is a lot easier. And if I'm real careful, I can do that. And it's always just better to do things by hand. This is a labor of love. When it's all done, the effort will be worth it. We'll have a lovely player piano. I'll be listening to some music. And most important, we'll have a happy customer. Alrighty, there's one done. But not quite, because there's a couple other things. Once I get the side done, I want to try and clean up this end, because this is the part that needs to be glued back down, and this is old glue residue right here. So I'm going to do that part. You can see all the way up to here. I'm going to scrape that part. And then over here, there was a metal tab that was glued down. And so I want to just kind of scrape that up and get the old glue off of there. There you go, because I want to glue that back exactly where it was. And you can see there's 2 little screws that go in there, all that good stuff. I got that cleaned up. I'm going to clean this side up, because this one came off pretty clean. It didn't break or anything, so this one I can most likely save. I'm going to save myself some work for later. You see, we've made a mess already here, and that's just one, but I'm not too worried about it. The other, cleaning off that material, is way more messy. Alright, so that's one pretty much done. Just as much as these are done. Alright, let's do another one. And so I already did the heavy lifting, so now I'm just cleaning it up. Go, and I got an edge here. I'm going to pull that, see how far we can get. Nope, not very far. Go. Not too much. That's alright. Let's go on this end here. Got a nice edge to pull up there. See how far we get. Oh, almost felt like that was going to go, but that's alright. I'll get the rest of that. See, these are glued down really well on the side there. Okay, let's go back and finish this side. Yeah, I have been sending them videos. He said, "It's amazing to watch you work." Alright, 50% done. I want to try as much as possible to get the same amount off of both sides so that it's nice and even, so that they're very uniform, not lopsided or anything like that. Yeah, this side is really glued on there. Okay. Okay, 75% of the way done. Okay, a couple more spots and we're done. Now we got 5 people watching. Say hello. Okay, another one done. Look at that. All right, let's go for one more. I'm gonna clean up my area real quick. See, we're making not as big of a mess as the first time. First job. I'm just gonna wait to dump that until I'm all done here. I'm almost done. That's all I'm gonna do for you guys, and then maybe tomorrow I'll sit for 8 hours and finish the rest of these. Just work until I'm done, until my fingers are bleeding. That's what it's gonna take. I really, really would like to finish this up and get it back to the customers as soon as possible, because I have another job. If you remember that Steinway that I took apart, I got another job coming up right behind it. And I got another job right behind that one. So that's a good problem to have, but gotta get working. And before I know it, I'll be back at school. Summer is just not long enough. I'm really surprised that this is working as well as it is. My live stream is working as well as it is. I'm just going off of Wi-Fi. I think this may be the first time I've just gone off of Wi-Fi. Usually I run a cable out here and I'm running it off of the Ethernet. But this is working pretty well. And I was trying to go live while I was out driving around, but my laptop, I just had to fix something on the software because my streaming software would not load up. So I was having some issues with that, and I just didn't have time to figure it out while I was sitting there on the road. But I see other YouTubers doing videos from the road, so I was like, let me see if I can get that. I have a Starlink, I should be able to get some reliable internet, and fortunately that was not the problem. All right, 2 more sides. All right, top and bottom, we're all set. Alright, that is that. So that was 3. That was just 3. I usually do them 5 at a time, but I didn't want to go on. I knew that takes like a whole hour. And I just wanted to kind of come in, do a little quick thing. Let's see, we've got quite a few left, but we got quite a few that we did. Just dust off my workbench, and we'll call it a night. Alrighty. That's enough of that. Out in there. I'll keep this handy. I'm sure it'll come in handy for something. Some light scraping, but this is just heavy duty scraping that I'm doing. So not quite working out for that. Alright, let's see if over here is a little bit better with the light. Alrighty. What'd you think of that? Hopefully you had some fun here. There you go. See my Cybertruck in the background. I don't know if you can see it anymore. There it is. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Let's see, are we still sounding good? All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's see, are we still sounding good? All right. We got some music going. But yeah, thank you for joining me today on this Saturday edition in the workshop edition of Durante's House of Music, where I'm your guide to all things musical. Please, if you want to help out humanity, there's a few things that you should do. Number one, be kind and respectful to this person in the mirror. It's truly the only person who matters. Number two, be respectful to other people. Even if they don't deserve it, it really messes with their heads. Number three, please be honorable to all earthlings, big and small. Number four, your body's mostly water. Stay hydrated. I don't have my water with me, but that's the first thing I'm heading for as soon as I turn off this camera. If you want to help our channel in our mission of growth, let's see how much we've grown since yesterday. All right, I don't remember the number, but we're looking at 4,247 subscribers. Thanks for being a part of the first 5,000. So if you want to help out our channel in our mission of growth, we're starting to get a little bit more traction here. My lives are getting more and more views. So thank you for being a part of that. A couple things you should do. Number one, hit the like button. Number two, smash the subscribe. Number three, poke the notification bell, so you get notified whenever I put out new content. And number four, share this video with all your friends, all your family, and especially people that you don't know. New friends, should we say. And the most important thing that you should do for yourself, for your community at large, for the country, for the world, for the universe, for the solar system. Went backwards there. Solar system, and then the universe, and then the multiverse. All of these things count on you. Having a great night, and I will see you Monday. Bye.